You know, I'm gonna name this video. You see the title of the video, man. This is the only motivation y'all ever need. All right, this is the only motivation y'all ever need. Too many of y'all are just like wasting time. Like, you guys realize that life is a game, but you're not playing, right? You're not playing because you're like, man, I give up before you even fucking start. A lot of you guys have a lot of potential. Most of you guys have more potential than me. Let's just keep it a buck. All right, let's just keep it a buck. The problem is you don't know the power of the compound effect. The problem is you don't put any energy, any consistency into anything that you do on a daily basis, man. Like, it's crazy that y'all play video games and y'all watch anime and you don't get inspired by that shit. Most of the anime with you feel me, Black Clover and shit. Black Clover is a great example. But in Black Clover, he just works harder than everybody. He's not better than anybody. He works harder than everybody. That's what made him successful. And you guys know this shit. You guys watch this shit. And you guys are like, you know what? I'm going to give up after one day. I'm going to give up after 1 month. Fuck no, man. Like, here's the thing. Whether you turn off the game or not, life is going to keep happening, right? Like, you can't just turn off the PS5. It doesn't mean someone else isn't playing. Like, for example, when I go on online and I try to play Call of Duty, I get absolutely destroyed. I get ratioed, all that shit. It's always like a fucking 9-year-old, you know, cussing me out because I'm on a 9-year-old's team and I died 66 times and, you know, I killed one person one time. You feel me? So I'm not good at that because I'm not playing the game most of the time. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that other people aren't playing the game and leveling up, because the game's going to go on no matter what. That's the same way life is. Just because you're not playing doesn't mean the game doesn't exist. Like, people are like, man, I don't want any chicks, man. Fuck it, man. I'm just going to go out on my own, man. I mean, you're not like, you know, you don't have a choice. You're an incel. Number one. Number two, it doesn't mean the game's not going to go on. Just because you decide not to play doesn't mean the game's not going to go on. So if you want the things that you want in life, if you want the physique that you want in life, you know, if you want to level up in any aspect of life, you got to play the game. That's just how it works. Now you're like, man, I don't want to play games. I want everything straightforward. Life has never worked that way. Life has never worked that way. In every power struggle, in everything in life, it's a game. Like, think about this, man. School in general, when you're trying to get your bachelor's, when you're trying to, you know, go up in the corporate world, all of that is a game. It's not just straightforward. Those who are willing to play the game level up and get better. Those who are like, you know what, I don't care about the game. That's that blue pill mindset. Like, the game exists. All right, it just exists. Now, what you can do is complain about it, or actually play it and succeed. Because the game of life is real. It's real. Like, a lot of us don't want to admit that shit, but it's just fucking real. Now, I was in a denial stage for a while. I was like, man, fuck this shit, man. I don't want to play the game. I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to be like everyone else. I'm just going to be straightforward with everything. Okay. Let me just give you an example. When you work your ass off at work, right, and you provide a lot of value and you're willing to step away, you're going to get raises, right? Like, for example, when I'm at, like, life is a power struggle. It's a power game. When I worked agency as a nurse, I got so much respect because they needed me more than I needed them. If they got rid of me or fired me or disrespected me, risking me leaving, they would be short-staffed, which would negatively affect every aspect. You know, other nurses would probably quit because they didn't have enough nurses. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people wouldn't be taken care of because there's like fucking like 400 patients or some shit. When I was working corrections, there was so many patients. So if somebody doesn't, you know, take care of one of the floors, or what do they call them? One of the units. If they don't take care of one of the units, you know what I'm saying, especially in jail, that's going to put a lot of load on everybody else, forcing them to quit, right? So they needed me. So they treated me very, very well, all right? Treated me very well. Now, when I work as a staff nurse and they're like, well, this motherfucker needs his job, he's not going anywhere, then I got treated like shit, all right? That's just one example of the game, all right? Another thing is, a lot of chicks would be like, hey, just be straightforward with me. If you just wanted to smash, you should smash. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, bro. Because if you tell, I don't care how attracted a chick is to you, unless you're Chris Brown, if you tell a chick, oh, I want to smash, it's like, the fuck? Like, straight up, like you just met her and you tell her that. First of all, she didn't have time to be attracted to you, right? Open up to you and get turned on by you. Like, foreplay is a lot. You know, foreplay is like half the battle. So, like, she didn't have enough time to be attracted to you, and you're just off rip saying, I want you. That's just gonna turn her off, bro. Naturally, that's just gonna turn her off. That's how it works. That's just how shit works, bro. Same thing for fitness. If you're like, if you spend 1 month in the gym and you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough muscle, and you quit, that's not how the game works. You know, it takes years to build muscle. It takes years to build muscle. The positive is, When you take your ass in the gym and you show up day in and day out for the first year, you're putting on 20 to 25 pounds of muscle. Look that shit up. That's how much you put on the first year. That is very, very fucking encouraging. Now, obviously, as you get further into your journey, you'll gain less and less and less, muscle. But that initial start is more than enough to keep you pushing. It's more than enough to keep you motivated. Like, that shit will take you to the next level. Like, imagine gaining, bro, when you gain 5 pounds of muscle, which within like the first 3 months, you're going to look like a completely different person. So after the end of the year, when you gain 20 to 25 pounds, you're going to be unrecognizable. People are going to treat you different, right? That's just how the game works. No matter what you want the game to be, you got to realize what it is. That's the difference between, like, that's what red pill really means. It's not about female nature. It's about all nature, right? It's like the Matrix, all right? Do you want to see everything for what it is? Or can you not accept it? Are you too weak to accept it? So you just say, you know what? I'm going to believe in fairy tales because I don't want to be hurt, right? That red pill mindset is being self-aware and being really, really aware of every aspect of life, right? And not ignoring shit and not ignoring human nature. And obviously it's hard at first, but that awareness will take you further than just being ignorant, all right? Just because you don't want something to be the way it is doesn't mean it hasn't always been and won't always be the way it is. A lot of you guys have this wishful thinking shit, and you think if you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go up to a girl and propose to her, love at first sight. Like, she has to be attracted to you, bro. She just has to, all right? And she has to get to know you. Like, you're not just gonna pull up on a chick and love at first sight and just get on one knee. Like, a lot of you guys have that mindset, like, oh my God, I just want a girlfriend, I just want a girlfriend. That desperate mentality shit. And it's like, you haven't conquered the rest of your life. You haven't conquered other aspects of your life. It's just not gonna happen. Like, the dudes who have girlfriends, bro, they have a lot to offer, number one. And it's a mutual benefit, right? He's getting benefits, she's getting benefits. You see what I'm saying? She's taking care of him. It's a good relationship. The problem that you guys have is that you guys think that for some reason that some lady's just gonna come up, pull up on you and just start some lady's just gonna randomly pull up on you and just start doing everything for you, and you're gonna do nothing for her and nothing for yourself. If you can't help yourself, why the fuck would someone else help you? Like, you guys got to start thinking about that shit. When you look in the mirror at the end of the day, because a lot of you guys are always asking about chicks and stuff. When you look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, when you look at your daily to-do list, did you do everything that you said you were going to do? Number one. Number two, would you date yourself, bro? If you was a chick, would you date you? The answer to that is probably fuck no, bro. Which is exactly why you're having struggles in that area, all right? Like, if you're not willing to take care of yourself, no one is going to pull up and take care of you, bro. You have to take care of yourself. You got to show up to the gym. When times get hard, when you're like, bro, I got to do 20 minutes on the stair stepper, what the fuck? On level 8? When that shit gets hard, bro, that shit's going to take your mind to the next level. When you do hard shit on a daily basis, it makes the regular task of life easy. You feel me? When I was literally, and I mean literally, risking my life, working in a crisis stabilization unit, giving people shots, tackling people, holding people down, you feel me? Getting punched in the face, getting slapped in the face, right? Getting tackled by crazy patients. When I was risking my life, that shit made life easier because I'm dying for 12 hours straight every night. Every overnight, I'm dying for 12 hours straight. Adrenaline rushing. So when I go through the rest of my day, shit gets easier. When I'm at a nursing home, a new nursing home, right? And the system goes down, so I got to use paper EMRs. You feel me? And they're outdated. That struggle made me fucking stronger. All right? That struggle made me stronger. That shit was hard as hell. I'm sweating. I'm not eating shit. You feel me? The only thing I ate, bro, the only thing I ate that day, I didn't even drink water. The only thing I ate was my beard hair, bro, because I had 2 masks on and my beard hair got fucking stuck in my mouth, bro. My mouth was dry as shit, had a headache and all that shit, man. When you're pushing yourself constantly, that's when you see progress. You guys see solo leveling and you don't apply any of the fucking concepts. It's insane. He's leveling up consistently. He gets obsessed with the progress, with the process, because he sees the progress. You feel me? Like, life is really an isekai, but the only way to get to the other side, bro, the only way to get to the other world is to make yourself that way. How do you do that? You execute day in and day fucking out, yo. You execute day in and day out. You guys were in the comments were like, oh, Naruto was a prophecy child. Yeah, but if he didn't put in the work, someone else would have popped in and been a prophecy child. Because what you guys don't realize is that hard work and consistency, once it meets opportunity, that's when you guys call it luck. You're like, oh, you're lucky. No, the fuck I'm not. I just been working. And you quit. A lot of you guys quit before you get to your goals and shit. All right? Like, Y'all saw Naruto spend 3 years grinding his ass off. Have you ever spent 3 years grinding your ass off? Obviously not. Have you spent 3 months? Obviously not. 3 months could change your fucking life, bro. It just can't. If you're overweight and you put in 3 months of the hardest work of your life, you're dropping 20 pounds. You're dropping 20 pounds of fat. You're gonna look different. You're gonna be so motivated that you're gonna be like, what the fuck can I do in 1 year? You guys won't even give it 3 weeks, 3 months, let alone 3 years. Like when you really execute for 3 years straight, you're gonna be different, bro. You're just gonna be different. It is what it is. Like, and you guys aren't willing to put in the work to even see that shit, and that's the problem. Like, I'm telling you, 30 fucking days will change your life, bro. 30 days of consistency changes your life to the point where you're like, let me see what I can do in 3 months. And then in 3 months, you change your life so much, you're like, what can I do in 6 months? So here's the thing, guys. Stop being lazy as shit. Too many of you guys are lazy as shit, making excuses. You're always focusing on the reasons you can't do some shit instead of the reasons you can. I've never seen so much creativity until I seen youngins that really haven't been through a lot, and just make a lot of fucking excuses. Like, whatever you think is hard, whatever you've been through, I've seen people go through harder shit and come out on top. Like, it's just not that deep, bro. If you're going through a breakup, bro, all right, if you're going through a breakup, that shit's hard. Get through that shit, man. Get to the other side, all right? Stop stalking her. Stop watching her stories. Block her, bro. Move on, bro. There's more out there. And the crazy thing is, after you break up, you're going to actually focus on yourself, so then you're going to get better chicks anyways. Anyways, man, listen, you see the title of the video, man. This is motivation. Y'all stop being fucking lazy, bro. I'm tired of that shit. Peace.